Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the Merseyside Giants to be City of Liverpool. I am your host for tonight's events, Sefian FM. Let's just get into it, shall we? And let me be the first to welcome you to the Evo-Stik Northern Premier League D1N North. And yes, you can see North. I finally figured that out. This season, there really are just two main areas of focus. First and foremost, avoid relegation. I really want to avoid the relegation dogfight as much as possible. It's a long season, and the board, the fans, the squad, pretty much everyone thinks that we're going to go down, and it's really freaking annoying. But I am kind of the only positive in the sea of sadness, as I like to say. I think we can actually be above that bubble come the end of the season, and hopefully far above it. But, we have had some really good transfers come in so far. I'll get to that in a second. I do have a few more in mind, but I'm not really sure if I want to pull the trigger or not. There are plenty of players that I've tried to bring in that would have really helped the squad, but they don't want to come in, I guess, because they think we're relegation bound. So they would rather stay up or go above the Evo-Stik as much as possible. What can you do? And secondly, money. Let's look at the schedule, shall we? Basically, preseason was all about the funds. Every week we would generally have one huge team like Aston Villa, as you can see, and Birmingham, and then a few days later a small team like Main Road and Congleton. This was simply all about money and then a little bit about morale. So the big boys actually gave us about £4,000 to £6,000 per game, and the little ones about £500 to £1,000. So the little ones were more about the morale building, because hopefully Main Road, Congleton, things like that, we're actually going to beat them. Hopefully. At least we can put up a fight against those. Aston Villa, Birmingham, teams like that, there's no hope of winning at all. So basically the big boys were all about money. The little boys were about gaining some of the morale back that we might have lost during the losses to the big boys. But let's get quickly into the schedule before I get to this game today, which is our first ever match in the Evo-Stik Northern Premier League D1N against Paulton. But I was surprised. Basically, the way I did it was all the big boys, I took a vacation for the day. I didn't want Tom to take over every single match like you can do in this game, or at least every single friendly match. I wanted to do the smaller matches and see what I could do with the team. The big boys, I just let Tom have his way just because we can get it out of the way and get the money. And you can actually see 1-2 loss against Aston Villa, who are in the championship. 3-0 against Birmingham, what can you do? 0-0 Bradford City. I don't know how the hell that happened. They're in League One. I was especially expecting thrashings for all of this, but Bury and Bolton, Bury and Bolton, 1-3, 1-2. I'm not too worried. So Barnsley and West Ham were kind of the bad games at 1-4 and 0-4, but we bounced back with a 4-1 win. 72 people showed up against Ashton Town, and 4,500 against Aston Villa. But again, everything's at home, so we picked up a lot of money for these things. And let's show you that now. Our finances. Up until halfway through the friendly season, we were at about £10,000 in the positive. £182,000 overall balance. £42,000 profit. Freaking insane. Income this month, £51,000. We are in the green to the nth degree. And I will tell you, if you go and try and buy a player, they still don't want to come to your club. Freaking annoying. I will tell you, transfer-wise and contract-wise, I still cannot offer a one-year contract, and I don't know why. Everyone keeps saying, talk to your board. I got nothing with the board. They don't tell me anything. They don't give me any options to do one-year contracts at all. The only thing I can ask is to become a professional club. And at this level, there's no way in hell I'm going to be a professional club. So there's still a long way to go for that. And I've even tried buying a player for even £10,000 and seeing if that will do it. Allow me to give that person a one-year contract at least. And they say, oh yeah, the club says, here, we'll happily take your money for this player. And then the player says, I'm not going there. Why the hell would I want to go to a relegation-bound City of Liverpool team? But as you can see, this did one hell of a number on our financial outcome, or our financial outlook. And I will tell you, if you haven't figured it out already, I will tell you and show you exactly why that matters. But let's look at our squad. You can see zeros all across the board. Nobody is worth a dime. Well, except in the fans' hearts, of course. But then you look at a team like Droylsden. Players. Look at this. 11,500, 10 and a quarter, 9, 8.5, 5. These guys, I mean, there's still a lot of zeros, sure. But these are the guys that are going to run your team rampant. I mean, they're going to kick our asses up and down the field. I was actually trying to get in with Ben Barber, Reese Hands, and Fraser Murdoch before even knowing that they cost that much. And these were actually the guys that I tried to buy, or one. I think I tried to buy Fraser Murdoch off this club, and they said sure, and then Fraser Murdoch said no, I'm not going to join you at all. But I mean, there are a couple of teams like this where you've got some serious value in these clubs, and for us, it's flat zero. So, what are you going to do? But with that, since we're showing you the squad, let's head over to the transfers. We've got a couple of transfers in. Like I said, I'm really hoping Nat Kerr and Zach Alley stay. Zach Alley is a little diminished in this league, as opposed to last season. But I really still hope he stays. Nat Kerr, he's been doing fairly well. I still kind of hope he sticks around. But if he doesn't, I can replace him a little easier than Zach. But we can see this. So Will Hancock's great star-wise. Physicals are pretty good. He's got a lot more 10s than, and numbers closer to 10 than 5 and below. He still has some work, but he's obviously on our right flank. That'll take care of, I think it's Steve Elliott and Cavill Crawford. They'll all kind of mix in, but Hancock's will be kind of our man on the front, or our man on the right for right now. And you can see 9 and 2 appearances, 6.98 average rating. He's doing fairly well over this preseason. Our boy Brad Smith is back. I'm loving this. He's grown a little. Marking of 13 is terrific. Heading of 10, tackling of 9. He's got some good numbers. Still a little more average than I would like, but I think he's definitely going to slot into the first team or around the first team. He's still only 20 years old. And what was funny is when I picked this boy up, the media came to me and said, well, why on earth would you come and pick up someone that you let go years ago or, last season? This game is not set up for lower leagues. And I mean, this is not a true SI database, so that's probably one of the biggest reasons. But still, I didn't let him go. He was free. He left on his own accord. I really wanted to keep him, but there's nothing in the media setup for that. So I can't just say, screw you. He was the one that left, not me. I didn't kick him out to the curb. So Brad Smith is back. Reese Jenkinson can play up and down both flanks, which is perfect. He is young, 21 years old, 3-star current, possibly 5-star potential. He's got some good numbers. Work rate is good. He's got some okay physicals. Overall, not too bad. 6'5'9" in 3+5 appearances. Not great, but he is young. Christian Thulis. We brought in a new goalkeeper, and we might bring in one more, because David Dale still is a little iffy for me. 6'6'9" average rating, 8.2 appearances. Or +2, I don't know. Good physicals overall, again. Strength, not so much. Stamina, not so much. Holy crap, how do you have a 2 for stamina? Decisions, 11. Reflexes, 12. Not too bad, but definitely one for the future. Again, that's why I'm kind of looking at a better keeper for right now, and then keep this guy as more the long-term outcome or outlook. But again, these are game by game. I don't know if it's even worth doing that. So those are the guys we brought in. There are a couple more, like I said, that I want to bring in. This is how our squad looks overall, and this does include the under 23s. We've got some good potential. So even coming down to Joe Camozzi, you can see that we're lacking in the current potential or current ability, but the overall potential looks pretty good, and hopefully only going up from there. So that's it with the squad and with the transfers. Oh, you want to see what happened with the World Cup? Croatia won over Brazil. I don't really understand how that happened, but what was funny is, so nothing with Group A. Argentina and Messi lost out to Turkey and Croatia. The U.S. lost. I don't know when I picked this database up, but I think the U.S. had been kicked out of that before I started the save. Whatever. But obviously they lost out to Belgium and England. Italy and Senegal over Luis Suarez and Uruguay. Uruguay. France and Chile over. Okay, Poland, Australia. Nothing too big. Portugal. Bye-bye, Ronaldo. Not a fan. And then Bosnia and Herzegovina over Mexico. So overall, let's see, the second round. There you go. There's your scores. Croatia, though, does pick it up in the final. Insane. And I, to be honest, forgot all about the fact that the World Cup was going on. So I missed all of it. I was kind of hoping to catch a game here, but, you know, whatever. So let us get into this game. We are actually somehow favorites. Oh, let's look at the Evo-Stik. Evo-Stik season preview. You can see, we are set to be 21st. That's not a good number. 201 odds to win the whole thing. You can see Droylsden Lancaster is another team. Let's see, players. Yeah, they get lower numbers, but more of them. So there are still plenty of good teams up there. Hopefully, I'm kind of hoping we can sit between, you know, the 15th or 17th and up. That's my hope. That is, you know, the end of the season hope, at least. So you can see we have nobody. Oh, Carl Noon, actually, in the key players. Oh, and Brad Smith. Oh, I need to mention something. I fully admit I cheated a little. Just a little bit. But as you can see, Caleb Oldman no longer needs a work permit. So, since 99.9% of you don't know who I am and, you know, anything about me, I actually am a dual citizen, or I have the opportunity to become a dual citizen. I just haven't taken it yet. I have a British birth certificate. My father was born in Liverpool, in the Liverpool area. And so I had the opportunity for dual citizenship. I took it upon myself to give Caleb Oldman a second nationality of English. Yes, cheating, but he's my son. So look at attributes. No, I don't want attributes. I want dynamics. So you can see Sefian Oldman is his father. And so I kind of thought, if I don't ever get him a work permit, which I never would at this level, I'm assuming. I don't know that there's any way to get him a work permit at this low level. I'm just going to give him, you know, basically a nationality that will give him the work permit. And technically, it's partially true, but not fully. So I did give him a work permit, or I gave him a nationality to get him a work permit. He played in 4 +2 games, 6.44 average rating. Not great, but he's only got 1 star. I don't know why he's going down in natural fitness. There's zero understanding of that. But his potential is still through the roof. I don't know. Does it say anything? Could improve a lot in the future. That doesn't mean much. I'm assuming he could at least be a terrific Evo-Stik Premier League player, if not a Vanarama player. So we will see as time goes on. Hopefully we'll actually get there. But we'll see. So I think this is how we're going to do it. We basically have been doing this 4-4-2, continuing through. Every now and again, I'll push these boys up. Hancock's is not an AMR, but Carl Noon can play in there, and I can put Josh Grant or someone in at the attacking side. So, but right now we have Thewlis in goal, Jenkinson, Kilburn, Smith, and Kerr in the back four. And you'll remember, Kilburn is the guy we brought in and could not play last season. But Kilburn is in there. Hinchcliffe is there too. So Ali, Hinchcliffe, Hare, and Hancock's, and Malarkey and Noon up front. I am doing the no goalie thing again because this 5 people on the bench is killing me. You know, you go from 12, or I think it was 12 in the friendlies, to 5. Death to me. So we walk out onto our pitch and there is nobody there. Why isn't there anyone there? That always drives me crazy. So right off the bat, 9 seconds. Really? 9 seconds in and Carl Noon gets injured. So Hendricks to Price Fides. Percival. Bad pass. It was a good vision, but bad pass. So Thewlis up to Noon. So Hare picks it up. Out to Hancock's, who has a pretty nice cross. And Zach Alley gets the first goal of the season. 4.5 minutes in. A little over that. So look at this. Hare pulls it down nicely with a nice touch. up to Hancock's, who's got a sweet-ass cross right to Alley. Just bumps all the way over his defender. It's a good way to start the season. We do have a lot of young boys in the squad. And it is a little worrisome, but it's not... I mean, they've got good potential. Noon. Oh! I know he's injured. He's at an 85% condition, so not too bad. Yeah, I know. But the sort of thing he should be able to play through. So our two boys up front, 6.6 each. Hinchcliffe at a 6.6. Could be better. And it's a penalty. So Elock. Elis goes the right way, but cannot deal with it. There's the freaking mouse. So Carl Noon, yeah. I should be able to play through it. Don't need to see it. So halftime it is. Zach Alley with a 7-3. Kilburn with a 6-1. And apparently he was the one that made the mistake leading to the goal. Come on, Jenkinson. I was about to say, do not let him get the ball. So Kilburn up to Alley. Into the center for Noon. Can he get the goal? Can he get the goal? Offside. Or to the side of the goal. Whatever. So, okay. So Noon and Malarkey are sucking the big one. So Noon I will take off for, what's his name? Grant. Did not play a lot, but a defensive forward support. Let's get out there. Hancock's at a 7-6. Debut is not too bad. Drop down to 7th. Jeez. Oh, my Lord. Oh. So a double sub with Stuart Gill and Richard Parker coming on for Kilburn and Hinchcliffe. Can we get just a last-minute winner? But is he offside? He dropped down to 9th. No, Kurt throws it into Hancock's, who chips it into Malarkey. Everyone thought he was offside, but he wasn't. Yes. I know. One game against, I think, you predicted a draw. Whatever. I think Paulton last season were, you can't see them. Last season were 14th. So I shouldn't be jumping for joy, but hey, that's a win. A win is a win. So Brad Kilburn, come on, dressing room. Might have to deal with him a little. So no particular reactions. Passion. That was really? Why are you switching off? You don't like me saying you did a great job? Oh my Lord. Fine. You sucked, and you sucked. Everyone else did a great job. So 2-1 win over Paulton. Richard Parker is injured 1 to 2 days. Not too bad. Richard Parker, when did he get injured? Not the last 4 to 5 weeks for Carl Noon. Ouch. Supporters have been anxious to see what Hancock's had to offer and will undoubtedly be delighted that their new man looking good in his first outing. Terrific. So Evo-Stik Northern Premier League D1N kicks off. Hancock shines, gets player of the match in his first match. You were superb. Thank you very much. Perfect. He loves me. I love it. I love it. I love it. So 8.8 average, or 8.8 rating, 2 assists, 4 key passes. I would say that's a pretty darn good pickup. So anyway, that does it for now. Let's see the schedule. I'm just going to play. I'm not even going to worry about when I'm going to get back to you. And we'll see if there are any more transfers coming your way. Obviously, I don't think we're going to get anywhere near the promotion spots for this league in at least this season. 2 to 3 seasons, I think we can do it. I think we can get a lot of good players here, maybe finish somewhere between 10th and 16th or 15th, maybe. And then next season, finish a little bit higher, and then finally, we're going to go for the promotion spot to the next level up. So I'm going to shut up there, and thank you so much for watching. Take care, and enjoy.